respect the lives that have been lost so far. I would like to say that I echo the conversation so far on continuation of the protest and not letting the goons stand on our way. I do have a question for Dr. Miguna on matters of protest where goons are concerned. Can turn very fertile, and I saw a girl immaculate yesterday with her rungu out there, and for some minutes I was proud, and then I started thinking about it deeper, and my thought went in the direction of what if everybody showed up with a rungu? Wouldn't that be very, very fatal for everybody? So the question now is, how do we protect our youths on the streets? Is it a matter of having the right attire? Because when you are dealing with goons, they might show up there with other things. You know, today they showed up with sticks. Tomorrow they might show up with, God forbid, knives or whatever kind of armory they might want to bring that is not visible. How do we prevent fatalities on the ground? Thank you. Daktari, would you take it, or we take two more questions, then you answer them at a go?
Hello? Hello? Go ahead, I can hear you.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
I take it. I believe I had already said something probably before she joined. I do appreciate her concern, and they're very genuine ones. But my view is this. Number one, as many people have also acknowledged, our security is our numbers. If we are more, if we are a lot of people on the streets, say hundreds of thousands to a million, these people are less than 500 people. They will not be able to hire more than that. Okay? Because it requires organization. And once you get to hire a lot of people, word will get out because you're dealing with a crowd. We would know exactly who hired them, where, how much they were paid. Even right now, we already know who hired them and where they were paid. But I'm saying they're very, very few. And so if we are a lot on the streets, they will not be able to attack anyone. That's number one. So really our security is our numbers. Number two, I believe that if we are able to unarm them, we should do so. It is useless to run away from them. I personally think that. Unless these people are armed with AK-47s or guns, 1 million people or 100,000 people should not run away from less than 500 people. These are just a handful of goons walking the streets. This was the Nyayo era tyranny that was there, that we experienced for 24 years. We cannot allow it to continue. Use your phones. Take their good images. I was actually disappointed that people were taking the backs of their heads and they were taking vehicles, but they were not taking faces of these people. And they were walking, and you could take very clear pictures, zoom in, and take very clear pictures with which we can hold them to account. And basically, that's all that we can do. I mean, but we are not going to run away from them. And we are not going to fold or stop the demonstrations just because Ruto decides to use his cronies to hire goons to attack peaceful protesters. Because, you see, the international media is also on the streets. Everybody is watching. Ruto has lost a lot of support and credibility with the international community. The more we expose him by taking pictures, by exposing who he has used to hire these people, by apprehending these goons if we can. I'm not saying anybody should put himself or herself in danger, but if we can, we should, because you are allowed under law to execute citizens' arrest. There was something else that was, somebody was talking about a political party. We are not a political party. The moment you introduce political parties or any factionalism here, we will be divided. So let's maintain it the way it is. No political party, no political affiliation. We are just Kenyans who want to transform our country. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Daktari. And if you had actually, due to this pressure, I think you'd say the Senate House today, many were trying to sanctify themselves, which is, we call it a voice of reason, and everybody feels the conversations need to be heard right now. So if at all you had the conversation that was from the Senate today, you can actually tell that the pressure is mounting, and going out is a positive thing. And the way yesterday it was infiltrated, we've already known their tactic, and it's an old tactic that some of, like Dr. is now mentioning. So Maj, you can say something, and then you can hand over the speaker to the next speaker, please. Karibu.
Karibu. Thank you so much, Biril. And guys, I think I joined an hour later, so I'll be doing more of the queuing as I catch up with you in the conversation. So, Tabi, Biril, I'll just take it back to you as you queue the next speaker, and then I'll be right back.
Just take a response.
Sorry?